Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Keo, and today we're going to talk about computers. Today, we're really going to talk about Apple. Apple is basically the king of DJ hardware. Everybody, well, primarily, most people use Apple laptops to DJ with. And I don't know how many people are familiar with this, but there's going to be a huge shift in the computing market in the future. Long story short, do not do not buy a laptop in the next 2 years. Hey there, would you like to support the channel? Would you like some cool shirts with DJ related stuff on it? Well, have I got news for you? Link is in the description. Got a bunch of cool shirts for the fellas and the ladies, DJs, of course. If you love the audio, you like Serato, you like records, I got everything in there. Tank tops, you name it, I got it. I got colors. Check the link below. Support the channel, help your boy out. And yeah, I don't care how beat up your laptop is, how garbage it is, how much is falling apart. Hold on or hold off. Apple's going to be making huge changes. So, first, a little background here. Apple has been making CPUs, quote unquote CPUs, for the last couple years now. They've been making them for iPhones and iPads and even putting them inside their Mac minis and into their desktops. Apple has had some kind of beef with Intel for the last couple years because Intel hasn't been able to deliver on the CPU performance that they promised. And Apple, being the behemoth that it is and as impatient that it is, has just decided, screw it, we'll just make our own chips. So they did. This is going to be, they announced it this year. The big changes is going to be between the software and in the new hardware that's coming out. So the biggest issue here is that x86 chips, 32-bit and 64-bit, they're ancient. They've been using this old technology for the longest time, and it hasn't grown with the times. So everything in your desktop, whatever, like they're pushing the limits as far as they can, and the only way they can solve these things is with more power and more heat. And obviously this doesn't translate to your laptop. So Apple's been having all kind of issues getting this to work with their laptops. And this is one of the reasons why, if you bought a laptop in the last, I would say, 2 years, um, you haven't been getting the performance that you've been promised. I know for most DJs that this is kind of irrelevant, and you turn your laptop on, you fire up your DJ software, or whatever you're using, and it's good enough. But the CPU power has been capped off, and basically you're paying for a Ferrari and you're getting a Honda Civic. That's the best way to describe it. And Apple has to be doing this because the heat requirements from the Intel chips are too high. So either you can burn your lap off, or the laptop catches on fire, or you cap the power into a certain level. So anything with the i9 chip, some i7s, a lot of these things have been basically just crippled and under delivering the power that you're paying for. You're paying full price for i9, but you're getting an i3. It well, that's a little too much, but you get my drift. Your Apple's been kneecapping these things because they haven't been able to keep up. So why switch to Apple Silicon? Apple Silicon is more efficient, requires less transistors, and with the case with all ARM CPUs, there's a little bit of data or code is hardwired into the CPU. And it just makes it run more efficiently. And it's the reason why your tablet battery in its little tiny case can last all day and do really complex apps that your laptop can do just in a smaller form factor. So imagine if you could put it in a bigger form factor with a bigger battery. You could last for days on a single charge. You could maybe do a whole DJ set on battery and not even worry about you left your charger at home. These kind of things that they're going to be available in the future. But the reason why I say to hold off is that the first iteration is going to suck. Apple is basically they're trying to do this bridge called Rosetta Stone 2. I believe that's what it's called. And basically they're writing the old x86 code and trying to shoehorn it into the Apple Silicon for the new laptops, the new CPUs, whatever. But it's not native and it may be buggy. And the thing is, though, for DJ hardware and software, it has to be perfect. We can't have a mistake. So the odds are high that there will be crashes, especially with the inefficient DJ software that we're using today. These things, I don't know if you've seen, like, if you could look behind the curtain, but a lot of this DJ software is not efficient. It's poor code that's been recycled and beat into submission to make it just run with more features. And so the benefit of the new Apple Silicon is that they're going to have to rewrite this code from the ground floor up. And the first version for the first laptop is going to suck. However, you just hang in there, give it a couple months. This is why I say, if you got a crappy computer, hang on for dear life. Keep water away from it. Keep your dog away from it. If you got a shaky plug that you want to plug into in the wall socket, don't do that. Just hold on for dear life until the next version. And probably the prices are going to go down because Apple's been making these chips for a minute. They're very good at it right now. And the economies of scale are going to be different because they're not dependent on Intel. If they can make as many chips as they need at the price they need, and the scale is going to be a little bit more in their favor. Apple right now is not even the number one, buyer of CPU chips. Dell and HP and all these other larger companies, they make way more laptops than Macs. And so Apple's basically third or fourth in the line to get CPU chips. So when they're able to make their own thing, they can do it at a better scale than they could before and bring the savings on to you. All right. So the way I look at it, and this is the reason why I want to talk about these types of things, is that these are going to be monumental changes to the DJ community, and there's going to be some growing pains. And I don't know how many DJs are this nerdy when it comes to these topics. Some people care, some people don't care. But this is one of those things where I like to look at the future, and we've seen this thing before. Apple has switched from PowerPC to Intel and now to Apple Silicon. They made 3 major switches, and each one of these major switches had growing pains of the worst kind where people want to throw their apples down a well. So just take it from me. Wait for your next laptop. Hold off. And you know what? The next version, Mark II of Apple Silicon MacBooks, may have touchscreens, may have battery life that lasts for a week. Who knows? But the benefits are going to outweigh the cons. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video. Are you a Mac user? Are you Intel user? Are you a PC user? Do you care about what laptop you're using for your DJ software or not? Leave a comment below. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And peace out, video.